Oh my goodness, Evernote changed how much they charge. Should I switch to something else? On today's Wednesday Morning Drive. Hey everybody, Matt Cribbs here, and welcome back to another Wednesday Morning Drive. Hope you're doing well. I'm back temporarily on the little side camera over here because the screw that holds my GPS, my GoPro onto the mount appears to be missing. So I can put the GoPro on the mount, but it floppies around because there's no screw holding it on. I think it is on the floor of the car. McCribb's version 2 was riding with me the other day, and we heard a clang thunk, and he's like, "What was that?" And we had no idea at the time, but I'm guessing if it's anything that the screw wiggled its way out because, well, we were on a stone parking lot, so I'm thinking the vibration wiggled it out and it fell on the floor. Anyway, that's way too much detail than you probably need, but it was a stone parking lot because we were at a New York Red Bulls game, which was a lot of fun. I'm not really a soccer fan. He is. But, you know, going to any sporting event, whether you're a fan or not, is actually a lot of fun. The atmosphere is pretty cool, you know, and it's exciting, and it's interesting to go to. So, anyway, that was that. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys, a follow-up from a video I made a couple weeks ago on OneNote versus Evernote. And first of all, thank you everyone who has watched that video. And if you're new to me, if you've only watched that one, I'm going to post this one as a follow-up to it because it is. Hope it's been useful. I just try to talk about things that are useful to me. And that's something that's note-taking apps is something I've looked into a lot because I'm a pack rat digitally and real life, and I needed a system that's good and works for me. So did a lot of work thinking and research and trying of a bunch of different ones. So anyway, that post has done really, really well, mainly because, and I didn't know this at the time, but I released it about a week or two before Evernote announced a pricing model change. And I would say increase, but it is, I think it is, I'm not sure over the base price, but basically what they've also changed the features that come with each set. So what Evernote has done is if you want to sync between multiple devices, which you most likely will, between say the online, your phone, a computer, then on, you know, your tablet or whatever, if you want to be able to support that syncing, you have to now purchase a plan. And it's caused a lot of resentment in the community. It's caused a lot of anger and people saying, you know, Evernote is dumb, Evernote is bad, I'm going to leave. And yeah, and I think that's to be expected. Anytime you make a pricing change, anytime you start charging for something that was previously free, it's going to cause anger. People are going to be angry. You can actually see this in a video of mine several months ago when Better Touch Tool, which is a tool I use for shortcuts on Macs. I have my caps lock key mapped to a basically Uber special key, and I use that for a lot of handy global shortcuts that I use. But they started charging for their tool, and it had previously been a free tool. And, you know, in that case, whatever. You can go back and read my video if you care. But it's going to cause anger. It's going to cause people to be upset because now all of a sudden they have to pay for something that they were previously getting for free. And I kind of went along with it. One of my friends commented on Facebook. He's like, obviously I have to leave Evernote now because they are charging. What's a good alternative? And I said, well, you know, depending on what you're looking for and depending on what you're using, OneNote is perfectly, you know, is a perfectly fine candidate. And which is true. If the tagging's not that important, if you haven't seen the previous video, go check the previous video talks about why, at least for my use. But I answered him on that. But then I started thinking, and I actually posted another comment. I'm like, wait a minute, we're being silly. The price, number one, the price for the basic service that is going to provide this syncing across multiple devices is $35 per year. $35 a year. That is not a lot of money. If it was, $5, $10 a month, maybe it would be more, but $35 per year is less than we pay for Netflix. It's less than you pay for Spotify. I'm sure whatever services you use, I'm sure you have other services that this is less than. This is, the extra disk space on Google Drive is probably something that's cheaper than the price point Evernote is coming at it. I think if you do the math, it's not a lot of money. So it's not like they're gouging. They need to stay in business. They need to make money. And it's been said for a long time that Evernote is a unicorn. What's that mean? How is Evernote going to stay in business? They have this product, but in order to stay around, they can't just have a product. They have to make money. So we shouldn't be surprised that this is happening. We shouldn't be surprised that they're charging money for a service. And they're not charging an exorbitant amount. So get over it, I guess is what I'm saying. Get over the anger. It makes sense for them to charge for it. The question is it worth it for you? Is it worth that value? And this is what I was thinking about it. I've been a paying premium subscriber to Evernote for 5-6 years now, for years and years, even during the time that I was trying OneNote, which was like over a year. So I mainly some of that is because I got billed by the year and I just hadn't changed it. But the question you need to ask yourself is this service worth what I am paying for it? And when you couple that with the low price point, my guess would be yes, for most people. I use Evernote or whatever note-taking. I use my note-taking system for everything. I keep everything I can in there. I try to keep it off of my local disk. I try to keep it out of paper, scan it in, put it in Evernote so it's there, so it's searchable, so I can get to it, so I always have it, and so it is stored. That's where I keep my stuff. I use it on a daily basis. I'm constantly adding new things, looking things up, finding things in there, sharing recipes with my wife, I use it for everything. I use that app on a daily basis. So it stores very valuable data. I use its features all the time, and yet I'm being asked to pay a bit amount of money for it. I think it's pretty clear that it is worth spending some sort of money on it. I also pay for Netflix. I watch maybe a Netflix show, once every, couple nights. I probably shouldn't pay for Netflix, and yet I do. So I cannot get upset that Evernote is charging money less than Netflix for a service that I use much, much, much more than Netflix. Like, it doesn't make sense. You can't, if you're happy to pay for one, if you pay for, Hulu or Netflix or any other service, ask yourself, do I use this note-taking client more than I'm using this other service? And if the answer is yes, then you know what? You don't need to switch. You need to stay with what you're using, and you need to actually give them the money that is worth the value you're getting out of it. And it's only for your own good. It's so that they will have enough money to stay in business, and they won't go out and the product won't be discontinued. So, that's my thoughts on the whole, why are people upset about Evernote charging money, and is it worth it? Ask yourself the simple question. Do I use this, and how much is it worth to me? Look at the price they're charging. I honestly would be surprised for a lot of people if the answer is it's not worth it, especially if you're one of the people that want to have it on multiple devices. You're already using the app. If you're not, if you're only using it to try it out or something, try it on one device and don't use that feature. You'll still be able to figure out if it works for you or not. Anyway, hope that's at least something to think about. And, I hope people can get over the knee-jerk reaction that everyone has, including me, of, oh my gosh, this isn't free anymore. It therefore sucks. and we can actually, you know, help Evernote do what they do, because it's a great product. OneNote's a great product too. OneNote's still free. Yeah, it is. Microsoft also has a lot more money and has other things bringing in money. So, you know, they can afford to get away with that. They can afford to say, hey, guess what? OneNote, I'm going to give away for free because it's going to get you into OneDrive and Office and you'll spend money there. But Evernote doesn't do that. So, pricing models, people. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.